I got this comment, and honestly, I feel like our brother here is trying to reinstall Windows just because he thinks the OS itself is broken. Instead of installing the Wi-Fi drivers, he's going straight for a full Windows reinstall, which is actually not needed in most cases. So in this video, I'll clear things up and explain why this happens, especially when you try to install drivers or launch any setup file and Windows throws that blue pop-up saying, "This app can't run on your PC." We already know the main issue here is Wi-Fi not working, and that's why he's seeing errors like "this PC can't blah blah blah." So let's break this down properly. First thing you need to understand is this. Some hardware, like your motherboard, already comes with built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapters. Sometimes they're directly on the motherboard, sometimes integrated in the laptop, but either way, they're part of the hardware. For these types of devices, you cannot just randomly Google drivers and install them from third-party websites. If you do that, Windows 11 will often block the installer and you'll see errors like, "This app can't run on your PC." Instead, you always need to download drivers from the official manufacturer website. Here's how you do that. Click on the Windows button, type System Information, and open it. Here you'll see almost everything related to your system. Motherboard details, baseboard product, baseboard manufacturer, BIOS info, all of that. What we need here is the baseboard product and baseboard manufacturer. Now, in my case, I can see the motherboard model, and the manufacturer is ASUSTEK. So now it's simple. Just Google your motherboard model, for example, Prime B650MA Wi-Fi 2, and hit enter. Most of the time, the official website will be the first result, because big brands don't copy each other. Open that website. Sometimes the main page might be under maintenance, but usually the drivers section still works. If you don't see drivers directly, just search again and add the word driver at the end of your motherboard name. Once the page loads, go into Driver and Tools. Here, you'll find all the hardware-specific drivers made exactly for your motherboard. At the top, you'll usually see LAN drivers, which are Ethernet drivers and are fully compatible with your PC. Below that, you'll see wireless drivers, and these are your Wi-Fi drivers. Now here's where most people mess up. If you go on Google and search something like Windows 11 Wi-Fi driver, you'll get results from Intel, Lenovo, random driver sites, and many others. If you download from there and try to install it, Windows might block it and show that same blue error, because you're doing it the wrong way. That's why you should always download Wi-Fi drivers from the official motherboard or laptop website, not random sources. While you're here, also download the chipset drivers. A lot of people ignore chipset drivers, but that's actually a mistake. Chipset drivers improve communication between Windows and your hardware, and yes, they do help with performance and stability. Once you install the correct drivers from the official site, they install without any issue. Now let's clear another common confusion. What if you're using a separate Wi-Fi or Bluetooth adapter, like a USB dongle? For example, a very common one, Alpha Wi-Fi adapter. In this case, you do not go to your motherboard website. You go to the adapter manufacturer's official website. Usually they give a QR code on the box or paperwork, but you can also just Google Alpha Wi-Fi driver. From there, you download the drivers based on your OS. Now, sometimes you'll notice something confusing. Some adapters don't officially list Windows 11 drivers. That does not mean the adapter won't work on Windows 11. Here's what you do. Right-click the setup file, open Properties, go to Compatibility, and you'll see older Windows versions like Windows 7, 8, Vista, etc. The important thing here is architecture, not the Windows name. If your system is 64-bit, the driver must also be 64-bit. If the architecture matches, you can install those drivers on Windows 11 even if the website doesn't mention Windows 11 specifically. Now, one more thing I want to clear because people mix this up a lot. If you're trying to install Microsoft Store apps from third-party websites, that's a different case. Those are UWP apps, and for those, you might need to enable developer mode to install them properly. But this does not apply to normal hardware drivers like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or chipset drivers. Another feature people often talk about is Smart App Control. Honestly, I don't care much about this feature myself, even though I have a good PC. Once you disable Smart App Control, you cannot easily turn it back on unless you reinstall Windows Fresh. Sometimes registry tricks work, but most of the time it stays off. So before turning it off, think about it. If you want maximum security and privacy, I wouldn't recommend disabling it permanently. Even though, yes, sometimes it blocks installers like the ones we're discussing. Some people also tell you to disable reputation-based protection, but that's mostly related to web downloads, not setup files already on your PC. Options like Check Apps and Files or Smart Screen for Microsoft Edge only really matter if you're using Edge for downloading. So don't randomly turn things off without knowing what they actually do. That's it, guys. This was a detailed explanation of how driver downloads work, why adapter drivers fail, and why you see errors like this app can't run on your PC. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments and I'll update you. Till then, this is Austin, signing off.